Myself, Santosh, and currently I'm working as manager in Microsoft, taking training for KSR for the last 5 years.
So I was talking about the recap of Power BI introduction. So basically, we started with a couple of case studies. The first case study, what we learned was Swiggy, and then we moved on to understand about an investment banking. And overall, we talked about reporting. And as a data analyst, reporting is not your only work. You should also contribute more towards the providing ideas, suggestions, and improvements. And that is what we have seen. And when I say reporting, it can be done with all the 30 tools as well. What are the 30 tools? Of course, there is always a competitors in the market. So if you want to do one work, you can always do it in multiple tools. So that is where we had 30 tools. And in that, why did I pick Power BI? Of course, for that, I've given you the top 5 reasons. And again, it was a good thing to compare one with the two. So Tableau versus Power BI, we compared and we got to know that Power BI is superior than Tableau. With all that, let's see how Power BI works now. This looks a very simple architecture, and you can talk about this as a block diagram, or you can also think this as an architecture. And this is how it works. This is your Power BI. In your Power BI, we have two things. One is called Power BI Desktop, and the other one is called Power BI Service. Now, what I am speaking is all the old Power BI. Okay. So whatever we have, it's a new update that we have launched in May 23rd this year. We have launched with a new fabric tool. But what I want to understand is let's learn the old technology first, learn everything there. Then let's get upgraded to new technology, right? Just before that, like let's say if you want to learn two-wheeler, the first thing is you have to learn bicycle. Only then you can come to two-wheeler. Directly don't jump and learn two-wheeler, right? So let's learn the Power BI, how it was initially, and then from there onwards, we'll take forward with the updates. Okay. So in Power BI, we have two components. One is called Power BI Desktop and one is called Power BI Service. So what happens in Power BI Desktop? This Power BI Desktop is actually a software. This Power BI Desktop is actually a software, and this is a software that you need to download in order to do the report, right? So now I will be getting the data in the form of Excel file, CSV files, or anywhere else. I can bring the data to my Power BI Desktop. Okay, I can bring my data from anywhere else to our Power BI. This Power BI Desktop is actually residing on your personal machine, right? In your personal machine, that is in your laptop, in your computer. This application is present in your machine. And you do reports, you come up with some charts, you try to analyze everything you do. But what is the end goal? End goal is someone has to see the report. Someone has to see the report, correct? Your clients has to go and explore the report. In order to do that, if your reports is in your system, how will they be able to see, right? Now, let's say even in this session, we have almost 68 plus. Most of you are from outside Bangalore, like I'm in Bangalore. So you people are from US, UK, Canada, Australia, or you can also be from Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Mumbai, Pune, right? Now, if I am building report in my system, which is installed in my laptop, how will I go and show it to you? How will I go and share it to you? For that, we need a cloud-based Power BI, right? Or I can say web-based Power BI. So desktop is my desktop version. But if I want you to show you, it should be a web version, or it should be something like a shareable. That is nothing but my Power BI service. So what I will do from my Power BI desktop, I will push all the reports to Power BI service. And once you push the reports to Power BI service, wherever you are in the world, you can still go and access my report, right? Wherever you are in the world, you can still go and access my report. These are all called business users. These are all called clients. These are all called our vendors. So those are the people who are giving us work. We are doing the report, and end of the day, those are the people who have to go and see our report. Now, this is how Power BI works. Very simple. You can also call it as a block diagram. You can also call it as architecture, right? Now, we are getting the data. We are using Power BI desktop. By using Power BI desktop, you are plotting all the charts, everything. You are pushing this report to Power BI service. From Power BI service, people from different part of the world will be accessing your reports. This is what it happens in an ideal scenario, right? Now, first thing which we will be learning for almost 70 to 75% of your course, you will be learning Power BI desktop, because this is where you will be implementing all of your reports. Sharing is, I would say, a straightforward, but still we have a lot of concepts in Power BI service, which will be 25% of your syllabus. 75% of your syllabus will be focusing mainly on Power BI desktop. Okay. So now in Power BI desktop, what are we going to do is we are going to take one data, and then we are going to analyze what it is, and then we will focus on how to do report, right? So with all this, let's get started, and let's right away do today. It's a very good day, November 1st. Let's start our first visual in Power BI. Okay, let's start our first visual in Power BI. So before moving on to the implementation, the next thing you have to do is installation. Okay, you have to go and get your installation. So how can you get installation? Very easy. Very easy. I'll tell you a few tricks what you can do it. Okay, listen carefully. First is Power BI installation. How to do installation? You already have something called Microsoft Store. Okay, you already have something called Microsoft Store. Every Windows user will have something called Microsoft Store. If you go to the store, if you go to the store, I can see a lot of things. I can install WhatsApp, Instagram, Netflix, Prime. Okay, all these are apps, right? All these are apps. So basically, your Microsoft Store, your Microsoft Store is almost equal to your Android Store or Play Store. In your Android, you have Play Store, right? Okay. In your phone, you have a Play Store, right? If you want to install anything, you go and install there, right? So similarly, for your Windows machine, you have something called Microsoft Store. So in this Microsoft Store, anything you can install. Okay, for example, if I want to install Instagram, if I want to install Netflix, let's say I go here and I go and get it. The moment I get it, this application will be installed in my laptop, right? That's how it is, right? Now, you may be asking, for Power BI installation, why do you need Microsoft, right? Well, you know what? Your Power BI is also a Microsoft product. You simply go here and you search Power BI. You search Power BI, and what I really want is Power BI desktop, because we are going to work with Power BI desktop for the initial 75% of our syllabus. So this is what is required, Power BI desktop. And I keep saying this is a software. This is a software. So in order to get this software, please go to the Microsoft Store and search Power BI desktop. And ideally, you will be going and clicking this. And for me, it is actually showing open. For you, it will be showing install. That's all you need to do. Very straightforward installation. Okay. Now, this is the first way. This is the first way. Anyone who has Microsoft Store, directly go and install this. Correct? Now, let's look at the other way. In the steps, I can see that there is something called installation steps. Maybe I'll go and click this. So what I will do, I'll also share you this link. I don't think it is required for you, but still. So this is a link. So this is a link. Just go and paste it this, and you'll be able to get this. So it's basically the official website of Power BI, powerbi.microsoft.com, and you simply go to the products, and here we have Power BI Desktop, Power BI Pro, Power BI Premium, Power BI Mobile. All these are there. Our focus is only on the desktop today. Later we'll see what is this Pro Premium. For now, you have to do the development. In order to do the development, you need a software. So to get the software, you have to go and get this Power BI Desktop. So just go and click this, and it is saying that download free. Okay, automatically it is opening to this page. So download free, and if you download it, the good thing about this is it will still again point it to your Microsoft Store only. Directly I went to the Microsoft Store first, but now even from website if I go, it is asking, should I open Microsoft Store? And just click this, and if you give open, and it will still open in my Microsoft Store only. Okay, so this is the easiest way that you can install. This is the easiest way you can install. Now, there is one good news and there is one bad news. Which one you want first? There is one good news and one bad news. Which one you want first?
Bad news.
So you want to always start the day with bad news?
Good news, sir.
Okay. The installation is very, very easy if you are Windows user. Okay. If your system is Windows user, you will hardly take 1 minute to install. If your internet is too good, you'll hardly take 1 minute to install. If you're a Windows user, okay. The bad news is if you're a Mac user, okay, I'm sorry, you cannot install Power BI. The reason is we all know Power BI is a Microsoft product, right? It's a Microsoft product. How you'll have Microsoft products in Mac machine? So you will not be able to install Power BI in your Mac machine, right? Now, this is a bad news. You may ask me then, what is an alternative? Well, alternative, there are a lot of alternatives. What is the first thing is you can always install a virtual OS, virtual system or virtual OS. Try to install a virtual machine on your Mac user, Mac machine, right? So first you have been given a system. On top of that system, you install a virtual machine, and from that virtual machine, use that system as a Windows, and then you can install. This is the first option. The second option is maybe it's not recommended at this point of time. This is actually a web-based. This is actually a web-based service, that is Power BI service. So desktop is something which you cannot install in your Mac machine, but Power BI service you can use. So it's a good thing that it works on a browser. So Power BI can be worked with browser. Okay, for example, if you want to log into Facebook, Facebook never says that you have to always log in from Android phone. You can also log in from your iPhone, right? So because it's a browser based website. Similarly, if you still want to do a reporting, you can go and do directly in the Power BI service. But at this point of time, it is not recommended. You have to go and install the Power BI desktop. To install the Power BI desktop, if you are a if you are a Windows user, it is a very straightforward. It is a very straightforward. You can go and use it. By chance, if you're not a Windows user, then it becomes a problem for you because you cannot you cannot install in your Mac machine. The reason is Mac is something which is different, which Microsoft products will not be supported. So the workaround is you have some virtual machines, window machine installed on your Mac system, and then you can install Microsoft Power BI. Let's talk about another use case. What if you don't have Microsoft Store, even though you're a Windows user, okay, but you don't have this Microsoft Store? I don't know how many of you have known this or how many of you remember this. I initially started when I started with using Windows system. I was actually using Windows 8. Actually, Windows 7 was there. Then Windows 8. Did Windows 9 come or directly it was 10? So if you're a Windows 10 user, right? If you're a Windows 10 user, it's a most preferably you can go and find out your Microsoft Store. Okay. Sometimes what happens, maybe the laptop which you have purchased, the Microsoft Store may not be there. They would have disabled it, or if you're using an office laptop, this may not be present, correct? So ideally, what you can do is in your system as well, in your mobile as well, you can get the app in a two ways. One is directly you can go and get it in with your Play Store. You can simply go and search in the Play Store and you can get the product, right? The other one is you can also get any app with the help of APK file. Do you know what is this APK file? Yes. In your mobile, if you want to install any app, there are two ways you can do it. One is directly go to the Play Store and download it, whatever you feel like. Another one is you can also go to Google, download a APK file, and then you can install it. Do you all know what is this APK file? Some of the apps which is banned in India, you can still get the APK file and install it. Yes or no? APK file is nothing but it's actually a file extension which you can directly download from Google and you can install it. You need not need a Play Store, right? So similarly, for the people who don't have this Microsoft Store, don't worry. Please go here. Rather than clicking download, go and click see downloads. Go and click see downloads. In this, actually try to download this file. Okay, try to get this file. If your machine is a 64-bit machine, download this and you download this. Okay, now this is for the people who don't have store. If you don't have store, how can I get Power BI, right? If I don't have store, how can I get the Power BI? In that case, I would say you can always go and get this. Now, if you see here, this is something which you can install it right away. Double click it, it will actually create a file and you can run it. Okay, but ideally, this is for the people who don't have store, You just need to click, next, and all automatically the Power BI desktop will be installed. Okay, but I will not do it because I've already got a Windows Store and I can simply go and get it. Okay, I can simply go and get it, and this is what I do, and this is something which is preferred for you as well. By chance, worst case, if you have an older machine, okay, let's say you have Windows 8 or 9, or I mean 8 or 7, in that case you don't find store and all, don't worry, you can always go and get this with the help of this download file. Okay, nothing you need to do. Rather than clicking a download free, if you click a download free, it is actually opening in the store. But if you want to download it as a file, go here, click this download, you will be able to get this as a file. Okay, so once installed, you can also make sure that you place it in your desktop. Okay, once you have installed, this is how it looks like. Okay, so the Power BI desktop icon will look like this, and I will go and open that. Now this is a software that you will be working for the next 1.5 month daily. You will be opening this, right? Now this is the Power BI desktop. I still remember when I used to I mean in 5 years or 6 years back, the color was yellow color. Now recently they have changed. 1 year back they have changed to green color. Okay, so they keep updating. It's app, right? So they keep updating. So this is the Power BI desktop. For the next 1.5 months, you will be completely into this tool only. You will be working with this tool only. Okay, so if you also install, you will also see the same thing. There will be small changes with respect to updates. I'll tell you what is my difference between my system and what is the difference between your system, and what changes I can do, what changes you can do. Everything I'll be explaining you. But as of today, this is a desktop version that you have to install. And I'm sorry to say this, if you're a Mac user, you cannot download this. You have to have any Windows machine as a virtual machine, and then you have to install. But for Windows, it's a straightforward. You have a Microsoft Store. With just 1 minute also, you can go and download it. And if you download it, this is what it's look like. Okay. Now, in order to have all the features, in order to have all the advanced features, whatever Microsoft has given, if you want to have a full-fledged working, in that case, you have to log in with your email ID. You have to log in with your email ID. Now, in order to work with this, each and every person who is joining our institute will be given an organization email ID like this. Each and every one, whoever is joining, will be giving an organization email ID like this. The reason why are we giving this organization email ID? With this email ID, you can use completely, as you're talking about Power BI service, Power BI desktop, and also we're talking about Fabric. Every feature you can use it with the help of this account. And this is what we are saying. We will be giving you a license for this, right? And this is for everyone. If 100 people are joining, all the 100 people will be getting a license, right? So this is required. So this will, you will be getting somewhere one week down the line. From today, maybe 1 week down the line, you'll be getting this. Once you get registered, you'll be getting this account for each and every one. Okay. And if you see here, it is clearly saying Santosh at KSR Consulting Services. Tomorrow you join TCS, you will get Santosh at TCS.com. Tomorrow you join Infosys, you'll still get Santosh at Infosys. Well, that is what I keep saying, that KSR is not an institute, it's an organization. Everyone will be given an organization email ID. If you want to communicate to me, if you want to communicate to any of our team members, you have to send a formal email. That formal email is not like a Gmail. You have to send it from your Outlook email only. And if you want to talk to me, you have to talk to me only from Microsoft Teams. So rather than learning only subject here, you'll be learning what is the culture that we follow in IT, right? If you tomorrow have any questions, you have to text me over Microsoft Teams. Most of the companies are using Microsoft Teams. Most of them companies are using Outlook. So this is what it is. So if you want to have any question, like let's say if you want to talk to me, you can always go and talk to me like this. Like you can always text me and I'll be able to help you here. And for that, you should again have your organization email ID. With this organization email ID, we will be able to communicate to each other. So if you want to text me, it has to be a formal email that you have to send it to me. And if you want to text, you can always talk to me in Microsoft Teams. No more WhatsApp, no more normal calls. Everything has to be professional. The reason is, I'll tell you, in KSR, we almost have 11,000 to 12,000 students, right? Everyone has my number. But in Microsoft, not even a single person have my number. Worst case, if there is any issue also, they will never call to my mobile. They'll never call. That's not the culture we follow there. Everyone has to send an email to you if there is any issue, or if they want to text, send a text, they have to send it in Teams only. There is no normal calling. There is no WhatsApp texting, nothing in organization. Organization is organization, right? So let's follow the same culture here. If you have any issues, you can always reach out to me and I'll be available. You can just text me. We can also schedule some meetings and we can do. I'll be talking about more on the account when you people get account, right? Once we give the credentials, I'll be telling you how you can send an email, how you can schedule a meeting with me, and how to talk to me in the Teams. All this I'll be giving a high level overview. But as of today, to have a complete full-fledged, you need to have an account. But just please don't go and chase our team. Definitely we'll be giving this after 1 week. For 1 week, it is not required, right? Now, this is a desktop that we will be working with. Now, it has visualization tab, it has some filter tab, and it has some data tab, and you have all this features. Okay. Now, let's go and see some PPT. Here, we are getting the data. We are doing all the reports in Power BI desktop, and then we are pushing to Power BI service. From the Power BI service, different part of the world, people can access my report, correct? Now, after installing this Power BI desktop, this is what it looks like. Maybe I've completely taken a snapshot of what that report, what is that software, and I've shown you in this presentation. Now, this is where we do have Power BI desktop. The first thing which you can see on is this is there is a pane called visualization pane. Okay, panel, pane, you can call whatever you feel like. This is called visualization tab. In this visualization tab, right, I have told you in the last class as well, Power BI supports 30 default charts. Power BI supports, it's not exactly 30, it is 30 plus. 30 plus default charts. Those 30 default charts is nothing but, this is called 30. So 30 charts we do have, which you can get it by default. Okay. Now, actually, this snapshot was taken in 2020. Okay, the presentation, if you take the snapshot, was taken in 2020. So let's count it. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each row is having 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 6 are 36. So 36 visuals are there as part of the visualization pane when 2020. But you know what? Microsoft never bees quiet. Like always, they come up with more updates. Now let's see how much they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41 charts they have now. And who knows, next year for the next batch, we can almost see 45. It happens. So this is an update that they keep on doing. When I was learning for the first time, I had just 14 visuals. In 2015, 2014, unfortunately, I did not take snapshots during that time. If I would have taken, maybe I would have shown you as an example. In 2015, 2016, when the Power BI was launched for the first time, we had only 14 or 15 visuals, but slowly they started increasing, increasing. And today we have almost 40 visuals. Now, this is a default, but I've already also told you that with the help of Power BI, you can also get 250 other charts as well. 250 other charts as well. You can also get 250 other charts as well. So this 30 charts, of course, it is still visible here, right? But still, if you want to get few more charts, you can always go and get this, click this 3 dots. Okay, you can always go and click this 3 dots. And there is a option of get more visuals. And these are all the 250 charts that you have. These are all the 250 charts you have. How to get this chart, how to use this chart, everything we will be seeing. As of now, we'll focus on this 30 charts only, which is the default charts, right? So this is where you can get the charts. And if I just go and click this, I'll be getting a blueprint of the visual. This is called a blueprint. It will be a blank image. What type of image it is, you will be getting. So this is actually a line chart. This is actually a column chart. This is actually a pie chart. So all this, it's actually like a blueprint, like a skeleton. In this, I need to add the visuals. Again, back to the square one. Why do we need this? Well, every client, every business, even Mahesh is actually expecting visuals and charts for seeing his company data. If I go and show in Excel, he will never even bother to see it. He always wants the report to be showcased in visuals, right? Now, we have a very plain visual, right? It's a very plain sheet. I'll show you one thing. Today is November 1st, right? Today is November 1st. In the next 3 weeks, within 25 or maybe maximum this month, I'll make sure that each and every one does a report like this. It's the open challenge from KSR. We will make each and every one to implement a report like this. This is our promise. You can see that if I want to see the report in January, I click January, the entire report changes to January. In January, the total sales happened is 94,000K. Total customers was 159. And if I want to see in the November, the top 3 customers and how much of phone sales has happened, how much of accessory sales has happened. Where do you have seen this type of visual? The one which is going like this, right? Where have you seen this? You would have seen in
Stock market.
stock market or maybe railway stations or airports where the time of the flight goes on, right? See what I have done. I've done the reporting. And you know what? This report could be an e-commerce report called Flipkart, including the Flipkart icon, okay, and taking out all the visuals, how the sales has behaved from January to December, and which product is giving the highest sales. If tomorrow, assume that Mahesh wants to know which product is being purchased more, this chart will help you. If Mahesh wants to know which month is giving the highest profit and sales, this chart will know. What percentage of people are joining our class? Basically for our class, people join from north, south, east, west. So which part of the India location we do have people, that also we can get to know. Which month we have a lot of people joining the course, that also we can get to know. And each and every month, totally how many students are there, that also we can get to know. I'm not talking in terms of Flipkart, I'm talking about KSR. I'm talking about KSR. With respect to KSR, also we can get this. Okay. So I'll also show you another report which we have with respect to KSR. So this is about Flipkart, right? For Flipkart, what you can do, you can always go and check how much of sales it has happened, and all this it can be done. So let me go and get another report for you. Don't try to open multiple reports. It will create slowness. Try to open only one at a time. See, this is a KSR report. It's a very old report from 2020. If you see, how many of them we have received from Facebook, how many of them we have received from Instagram. So we basically receive people from multiple social media, right? You people would have reached KSR with the help of YouTube. Some people would have gone through our posters in Instagram, Facebook. Now this is a report. I'm sorry to show this, Mahesh, but still I have to show this. This is a data that we have done, and we have done the report in Power BI. So this is what Mahesh will go and see. Every month or every year, total people who have got offered, people who have not got offered, and I can choose which month I want to get it. Okay. And you can see that 629 students have joined within this 3 months. And we have got the people from 10 locations. Most of the people we got from Twitter, and almost 19 batches we were able to take in this 628. And the offer percentage is 309 people have got offered, 319 have not got offered. And basically from which place we have got a lot of people, right? And depending on each batch, how many people are there. So all these are the report that we have with respect to KSR. And if I want to see only for the people who have come from WhatsApp, this is what it is. Only from YouTube, this is what it is. Of course, I have hidden a lot of data. Okay. And the top 3 students with the highest package for this YouTube or WhatsApp, you can see the persons are changing. Telegram, the people are changing. The highest number of offers, Ajay was almost got 8 offers. It's a record breaking in KSR. He has got 8 offers. So how is all this possible? And it is possible with the help of our Power BI. Whether it's a KSR report or it's a Flipkart report, doesn't matter. Everyone wants to see the data in the form of visual. And again, I'm saying this is a promise from KSR. In the next 1 month, you will be also be able to do the similar report single-handedly without even anyone's help. And you just need to listen what I'm saying in the class and just you need to practice. You should be able to do it in next 1 month. Usually November is a month where we keep on doing the challenges. So for you, the challenges, the next 1 month, you are going to build a report. Each and every one will be able to do it single-handedly without anyone's help. It may be Flipkart or it may be KSR. See, in the background, you can see the KSR icon as well, right? In the background, you can see the KSR icon, and this is our logo. This is our logo. The same color we have used for our report. See how beautiful it is. This is what our team can use it. Rather than using a normal Excel sheet to go and figure out how many students are there, how many batches we took, all this. Why can't we show the report like this? The same thing, why can't I show a report like this? So this is a Flipkart report. Let me show another app for you. This is a report that we have built for TCS. Like usually whenever you're working for a company, you will actually go and see who have submitted the timesheets, who have not submitted the timesheets, right? So total employee count, of course, it's a sample data. So in this, how many people are there? How many people have submitted the timesheet? How many people like have approved it? How many is rejected? And from which department, how many people are there? So all this information is something we can get it. And I'll also show you a few more. So one I've shown you Flipkart. One I've shown you KSR report. One I've shown you the timesheet. And this also Flipkart report. Maybe this looks even more better in terms of colors. See how beautiful it is. What if I say you, all the people who are in this group, what if I say you, this entire report is built without writing a single line of code? Can you believe this? Can you believe this? The entire report is built without even writing a single line of code. That's why I'm giving open challenge. In the next 1 month, you'll be able to do this type of report. This looks much better with the Flipkart report. So either it's a Flipkart or it's a KSR or it's an Amazon or whatever it is. Well, what you really need to know is which chart I need to use for what type of data. That's a major challenge you will have. If you learn this, you're a data analyst. Trying to know which chart I have to use for what type of data. Maybe if sometimes your charts may not give you the right answers. For that, you have to write some expressions, which we call it as a DAX. That also can be written. And finally, showcasing. See, I'm in Bangalore. Okay. Mahesh is in Andhra now. I have done a KSR report. Now, how will I share to him? Do you think I can take my laptop to him? Do you think I can courier my laptop? Definitely no. I have to send this report to him. Have to send this report to him so that he just sees the report. In order to do that, we actually have to share the report, and that is why your Power BI service comes into picture. That is why your Power BI service comes into picture. Depending on the company, I will choose the colors. Depending on the company, I'll choose the logos. And that's how my objective is to come up with a report. The 3 examples which I've shown, the complete reports, what you can see is done without writing a single line of code. That's the beauty of your BI reports. Now you may be asking, this report, is it only possible in Power BI? Well, that is why yesterday I answered all these reports can be built with all the other business intelligence tool as well. But we have already come to a conclusion that why we have chosen Power BI for this. Right? So please, again, don't go and ask me, can we do this in Tableau? You can do it, but we have chosen one of the best BI tool, and that is what is this. And in the next 30 days, you will be able to come up with a report like this. Okay. I'll give a small break here. Any question? Any question so far? We have done the installation and this is expected results after 1 month. Are we good? Now, just for showcasing your sample visual, I'll tell you how you need to do. Okay. After getting the data from, these are all the charts which I can use it for my report. There's another one which is called dot dot dot. This dot 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 gives you another 250 default charts. This is for visualization. There is another component called like data here. Now this is the way you can get the data to your Power BI. Because I have to do the reporting means I need to bring the data, right? I need to bring the data, right? For example, here we have a KSR data. For the KSR data, Flipkart data, where is the data? Data is here. Data is here, right? How much of order has happened? Who has purchased the order? So all these details I need to have it, right? So to get the data, only this data. See, if I go and show this to Flipkart CEO, he will throw me out. Why? Nothing is useful here. Nothing is readable. But this is clear, right? So this is what clients are expecting. But I cannot show a raw data. From the raw data, I need to show us as a visual. That means I need to bring the data to my Power BI. For that, what I'm doing, we have a data tab. Just like a visualization tab, you have a data tab. From the data tab, you can bring the data, right? So this is a visualization tab, this is a data tab, and this is something called filters. When I say filters, maybe Mahesh is interested only to see Bangalore locations offers, is interested to see only on-site offers, or maybe Flipkart CEO, they are looking only for specific product purpose, so they can apply filters. By using filters, they can restrict the number of rows to be displayed on the report. They can focus on one area. We can focus on only on India, we can focus only on US. So that type of things we can do. And once you get the data, you will be getting this as a part of fields. Some people call it as fields, some people call it as columns. So here we can call it as fields. Now this is a very high level about the tool. Now this completes end of the theory. Going forward, don't expect theory class from KSR. Everything will be practicals. If I start this session, I will always be opening this Power BI desktop. Okay, no more PPT going forward. We have total 100 class. Okay, this is a third class. Maximum another 2-3 classes you may have when we talk about cloud. But from tomorrow onwards, it's completely going to be a practical class. I will be opening Power BI desktop. I'll be doing reports, right? Now, this is what I was talking about. This gives you the visualization tab where you can get the visualizations. And once you get the data to your Power BI, you can see the data here. And this is a filters where you can go and apply filters and check it. And finally, this is a tab where you can get the data to your Power BI. You can get the data from how many sources? Almost you can get the data sources from
more than 99.
99 plus data sources you can get it. Okay, how to get it? We have a get data, and you can see that these are all the places where I can get the data, and you can also go and click more. Keep counting, you'll be able to see more than 99. From all this place we can get the data. That's the beauty of our Power BI. So in the next class we'll get the data and we will start doing the report, right? So just like we start with a very simple report. Okay, I'm going to show you a small example. Let me get one Excel data for you. Let me get an Excel data for you. And once we get an Excel data for you, let me tell you how we can do the report. Since today we started and today is a good day, we'll start with the first visual. Okay, so what we do is once we get the data, so this is a data you will have. Okay, this is an order table. In the order table, I can see all these are the columns. And if you want to see the data, you can always go and see the table view. So this is the data that we are talking about. Which day, what order has been placed, and who is the customer who has purchased, from which location he has purchased. This is a data that I have. In order to get a report, you simply have to select a skeleton here. You have to simply select a skeleton here. I'm actually zooming it. So this is a skeleton now. You just need to add and you just need to fill the form. That is what is your work. Once you select a visual, there will be a form that will be populating and you need to fill that. So let's go and fill this. Let's go and fill this. I'll open this. I'll simply go and take a region and I'll place it in this form. And I'll simply go and take a sales and I'll go and place it in this form. The first visual is completed without even writing a single line of code. First visual is done. Is it hard? For every visual, there is a form that will populate. Now I'll tell you where is the challenge now. Okay, which chart I need to select? Should I go with this chart? Should I go with this chart? Should I go with this or this or this? I have to go with this. I have to go with this. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? All this something which is nothing but we will be deciding in our next few classes. Which chart I have to use for what type of data is what we are going to do. For every visual you open, you have to fill a form. That form is nothing but this. If you fill the form, visual will be ready. Okay. So the next class, we are going to take out a new data set. First, initially, we will start with a data set which is clean, very neat, ready to work. Then slowly we'll move on to the complex data sets. As a part of the beginning, let's try to get the data, the same data we'll call an e-commerce data. It could be a Flipkart data or it could be an Amazon data, whatever you call. And we are going to take the same data and we are going to build a similar report. And then we will go to the complex reports. That will be the plan for next entire November. Entire November, we are going to focus on reports. And later we will see as a data analyst, how you can give the ideas, suggestions, improvements. All this we'll see in the later part. Are we good? I'm setting the expectations right away in the third class. In the next 1 month, you people will be doing this. This is a challenge from me. Okay, we'll stop today's session. This is a third class for you. So tomorrow we are going to see practicals. Right from tomorrow, everything will be on the desktop only. No more PPTs. The only place where we don't use Power BI is where we don't have data. KSR also, I've shown you how KSR is using report. TCS also, I've shown you how they use TCS. Flipkart also, I've shown you. I can even show you multiple examples. But what really requires is, what is really required here is how you can convert the data into visual. Because every company wants to see this. You yourself, right? Just think about it. If I go and show this, how you will feel? If I go and show this and ask which customer has purchased highest sales, can you get it? Which category has purchased highest sales? Which products have purchased highest sales? Can you get it? People who know SQL, what you can do? You can go and get this in the SQL. Select country, comma, sum of sales from table, group by country. Maybe you have to write this if this data is present in the database, but it is only data. But who wants to see in the visual? This is the only option which you have it. You cannot come up with some random colors and all. See, coloring, it's like a rangoli, right? But what is really required is, as per the company norms, come with their own primary colors. That makes it beautiful. The Flipkart is basically a blue with a yellow combinations icon. The same thing I have used. And in the most of the KSR web sites you would have seen, so this is our logo. This is our logo, right? So if you see, it's like a greenish, I don't know what is this color, but it's a bluish green. The same thing we have followed for our KSR report as well, summary report, right? So depending on the company, we'll be doing a report for them. And that is what is your role going to be as a data analyst. Okay. Any questions? Okay. We'll stop here. We'll meet tomorrow again. Thank you all.
Thank you, Santosh. Thank you all.
Thank you. Good day.